Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is Lainey's 9-month update. If you guys are new here and you don't know our story, here's a little backstory. She was 8 weeks early and weighed 2 pounds 3 ounces and was 14 inches long. I had gestational diabetes and preeclampsia, and she was diagnosed with Iugr. If you haven't seen any of my other updates, I will leave my pregnancy vlogs playlist down below. That way you guys can get caught up. But we're gonna go ahead and jump on into the update now, and I'm gonna start with her weight gain and all of that good stuff. So we went to the doctor. I have my little sheet here. For 9 months, she was 12 pounds, 14 ounces, so she's almost 13 pounds. Her height is 25 3/4, and her head circumference is 16 3/4. So she's definitely growing. She is not on the charts for weight yet, but the doctor is not concerned. He said that she's following her curve just fine. And her height, she is in the 5th percentile for her actual age for height. And then head circumference, she's on the charts too. I think she's between 5 and 10% still. So she's doing really good on weight gain. Something that's really exciting that happened for us this month is Lainey is now a brand rep for NUGGLEBUTTS Boutique. NUGGLEBUTTS Boutique is a baby and children's boutique, and it's here locally, but you can shop their site online. And this is one of the NUGGLEBUTTS outfits that she's wearing here. NUGGLEBUTTS has super cute kids clothing, you guys. I'm gonna have their website and their Instagram and everything linked down below so you guys can check it out. If you follow me on Instagram, then you already know that Lainey is a brand rep for them now. But the girls that own the website and own the company are 2 girls that I went to high school with, and they're both very sweet. And they started their own children's boutique called NUGGLEBUTTS, and they were doing a search for NUGGLEBUTTS reps, and Lainey got picked as one of them. So we're really excited, and I think that Lainey is the perfect choice for a brand rep because she's so cute. But this is the Claire romper. If you guys are interested, I will, like I said, have NUGGLEBUTTS website and Instagram linked down below, as well as the link to this specific romper. If you guys choose to purchase anything from their website, use the code NBKidLainey and you'll get a special discount at checkout. Another important topic that I wanted to discuss in this video is feeding. Lainey's still on the Gerber Gentle formula. She is taking 6 ounces every 4 hours, but her taking formula has been a big struggle this month. If you guys watch my vlogs, then you already know our struggles with feeding. She has good days and she has bad days. The first 2 weeks of this month, this past month for her, were really rough. She wasn't wanting to take her formula. She wasn't drinking very much at her bottle. She wasn't even wanting to take much solids. And I was really concerned about her weight gain because obviously with an Iugr baby, your main focus for them is gaining weight. So I was freaking myself out too much, so I purchased an infant scale, which I should have done a long time ago. That thing has given me such peace of mind. Even with those few weeks that I thought that she wasn't gaining anything because she wasn't eating very much, she had actually gained almost ½ a pound. So she was doing well and gaining the same amount that she has been, even though she was having weird feeding days. Solids have gotten so much better. Her eating solids has improved so much. She really enjoys eating out of the pouches, and she's on stage 2 foods now. So she has mixes of fruits and veggies. And I don't really just pick one specific brand for her. She's had multiple brands. I don't have a brand that's my favorite. I just try to get different pouches that have a nice variety of fruits and vegetables. So I just get a bunch of different brands, and she hasn't had any sort of reactions to anything. The only thing that I can tell that maybe upsets her stomach a little bit is stuff with oatmeal in it. For some reason, oatmeal and grains and stuff can upset her stomach a little bit. Is she chewing on the tassels? But eating solids has gotten much better. She's also still liking the teething biscuits. She loves those. I haven't started the little puffs yet. Those make me nervous. And I bought the yogurt melts too, but she's not into doing that yet. I was curious about like the whole, you know, like the pincher grass that they talk about. She does that just fine. So thankfully she can pick up things with no problem, but she just hasn't really cared for the yogurt melts yet. Another kind of solid that she really likes is bread. She loves bread. We are big Mexican food lovers in this house, so when we go out to eat, we eat Mexican food at least once a week, sometimes twice. And she goes to town on tortillas when we're eating, so she really likes bread. She just seems to really like actual food. We gave her some beans when we were at the Mexican restaurant, and she had beans. I think she's had rice. She likes regular food. And for the last week or so, it seems to me like she's more interested in eating solids than she is with taking her formula. I know I asked this in my last vlog, but I can't remember with Kaysen when he started wanting regular food more and taking a little bit less formula. I didn't pay attention to any of that stuff with him just because weight was never an issue. So we just went with the flow. But for her, I know it's still so important for her to have formula. But that it's important for her to have solids too. But the most important thing for her is formula because she's gonna gain the most weight, or we're gonna make sure she gets the vitamins and the good stuff that she's supposed to get every day. But she's definitely a lot more into food these days, and I think that might be a little bit of a reason why she doesn't want formula as much. But I always make sure I offer her a bottle first. I never offer her solids more first because I know that formula is the most important. But I would love to know, in your own experience, when did your babies start wanting more solids and taking a little bit less formula? Because I know when she does start taking more solids, she's gonna get a little bit more full off of that, and she will take less milk every day. So I'd love to know when your baby started taking in more solids and less formula. Another reason why I think that she's been having trouble eating is she's teething like crazy. We don't have any teeth yet, but she's definitely teething. As you can see, she chews on everything. She's a drooly, snotty mess. And the snotty isn't from a cold, it's completely clear, and she doesn't have any other sort of cold symptoms, so I know it's teething. Her bottom jaw, like her bottom gums, are so swollen. They're so puffy and swollen, especially compared to the top. I don't see any teeth yet, like poking through or anything, but I know they're there because when I look at the front of her gums, I can see the white, like right in the middle. So I know that they're coming, so she's been having a really tough time with teething. So we've been loving teething toys and stuff like that for her because the teething, I think, is also really affecting her drinking her bottles. Another exciting thing that happened this month is she can now sit unassisted. She doesn't need any help sitting. She's a big girl now. She also finally started actually bouncing in her little bouncer, her little jumping activity center. She'll finally bounce a little bit in that. She doesn't like steadily bounce in it, but she'll like take a couple bounces now and is using her legs a whole lot more. So that's really cool, but she can sit unassisted now. She's still not crawling, but I know that it's coming. She pushes up really well in her arms, and she can spin herself in a circle. So like if there's a toy to the side of her that she really wants, she can turn her whole body to that side. She can turn herself in a complete 360. If she's in a sitting position and she falls over, she still can't get herself up from that yet. And she's not moving forward. She does move backwards a little bit when she's on her belly, but not by much. So I know the crawling is coming, but it hasn't happened yet. And when we were at her doctor's appointment, he gave us like this little questionnaire and they asked us a few questions, and developmentally, she seems to be pretty much right on track. But like the mobility and stuff, I think she still is behind a little bit, but the doctor hasn't shown any signs of concern for her. And I know that there's some babies that are born full term that don't crawl at 9 months. Kaysen didn't start crawling. He was a pretty late crawler. So I'm not concerned with her. I know that she's got the strength in her arms. She just isn't ready to crawl yet. And she doesn't like to roll over either. I know she can roll over from her back to her tummy because she's done it a couple times before, but she's just not a roller. And I know there's a lot of babies out there that just don't care to roll either. Another thing she's not doing, she's not pulling up. So all that stuff's gonna come later. I don't see her really crawling at least for another month, maybe even 2 months, but it's fine. I'm not worried about it. Even though she's doing developmental stuff like a 9-month-old does, I know I'm still supposed to go by the adjusted age. So adjusted age, she's 7 months. So I'm not concerned about the crawling or anything like that. For clothes, she is moving out of 3 months and she's in a lot of 6-month stuff now, mainly for the length, not for the weight. She clearly doesn't really fill out a 6-month outfit, but for the length she needs it, especially the footed PJs. Her 3-month PJs are all too small and she's in 6 months for those. And then a lot of onesies too. She's in 3 to 6 month or 6-month onesies because of her length. So it's cool that she's growing out of her smaller clothes and she's moving into bigger clothes. I remember when she was just out of the hospital and she was in teeny tiny preemie clothes, 6-month clothes looked enormous. But she is in 3 to 6 and 6-month clothes now, mainly for the length, not for weight. She babbles and talks a lot, but the only main consonants I can make out are G's. So like ge, g, ga, stuff like that. She doesn't say mama or dada or baba or anything like that. That was one of the questions that they asked us at our 9-month appointment, was the babbling, like does she say mama, baba, anything like that. I told them that she doesn't say any of those, but she says G's. And they said, that counts, that's fine. As long as she's babbling and making some sort of consonant, she should be fine. So I always try to talk to her and get her to say like mama or dada or baba. And I can tell, like I can see the gears turning in there, like she'll move her mouth, but the right sound doesn't come out. So I know that oh, you're losing your top, Buggies. I know that that all will come whenever she's ready. I don't have any concerns with her. I think she's doing great. She has been a little bit stressful on me this month with the whole eating thing, but she's still gaining weight and doing all that fun stuff. So I'm not concerned. She's still sleeping through the night. Thankfully, her teething hasn't, she's just staring at me right now. I love you. Thankfully, her teething has not interrupted her nightly sleeping. That is one great thing. Sometimes it affects her naps during the day, but she's still sleeping through the night. She goes to bed. Her bedtime's 8 o'clock every night. Some nights she goes to bed early. It depends on how cranky she is and how short her naps were that day. So sometimes she'll go to bed at 7 or 7:30, but for the most part, we shoot for 8. And her nap, she's having a morning nap at 10. She sleeps for about an hour and a half, and then she has another nap at 2, which she usually sleeps for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. So she's getting 2 good naps still a day, and she's sleeping through the night. She goes to bed at 8 and she'll wake up about 6:30 in the morning, but she just kind of likes to play in her bed for a little bit, and she's not ready to get up until like 7:15. So that's pretty much her sleeping schedule. Oh, she's still sleeping in the dock-a-top, by the way, but she's not sleeping on an incline anymore. I took the crib wedge out and she's been doing fine sleeping on her, sleeping completely flat. The only time now that I put the crib wedge in is like, since she's like snotty with the teething right now, if she seems a little stuffy at night, I'll just turn her humidifier on and put the wedge under her and she's fine. But other than that, she doesn't need the crib wedge anymore, but she still has to sleep with the dock-a-tot. If she doesn't have the dock-a-tot, then it is a fight to get her to sleep, which she's only had to do that once. She spent the night with my nanny and it wasn't expected for her to spend the night when we dropped her off. So my nanny had a really hard time putting her to bed that night because she didn't have the dock-a-tot. So she's definitely spoiled with the dock-a-tot. She's drooling all over my leg right now, by the way. She's like staring down there at something and she's drooling all over my leg. I think that's gonna be it for this month's update. If you guys have any questions for us, just leave them down below and I will be happy to answer them. But we're gonna go ahead and say goodbye for now. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do. I've been vlogging a lot lately and you guys seem to really enjoy it, and I enjoy vlogging too because it's just really easy for me and I get to really spend time with my babies while I do it, and it's just been really fun for me. But yeah, that's gonna be it for us today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and we will see you guys again very soon.